Good morning, Orvers 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm your good friend from up north, Brian Carr.
And I'm live at Tops Frozen Yogurt at Metro Deli.
And I'm here at La Casa de Dibrel.
Yes. First and foremost, guys, we have so much to discuss. There were so many things that happened on Friday and beyond that we've got to get into. But first and foremost, we always like opening our show with a word of prayer because, of course, that was being sponsored by our good friends, Living Word Fellowship Church. And if you haven't found a home church, please look at them. They do great jobs on not just if you can't be there presently, because, when COVID hit, everybody started getting more in the digital world where you can actually watch live videos at any moment's notice. So if you've missed the sermon yesterday, no worries. You can go back and watch it. It's really good. But I do want to, first and foremost, because before we got on the show, I did talk with a lot of my friends, and I talked to Brian as well. And I've also been in contact with Sheriff Jackie Matheny Jr. It was brought to my attention yesterday. Started with Freedom Life Church. They made a post putting it out there. Keeping your prayers to a certain family member and their daughter. And then as reports were coming in, News Channel 5, Nick Boreas has also now picked up the story, and he's made has made a post about it on social media, which we will be sharing it with you now. And then News Channel 4 is now starting to talk about it as well. But we did get the reports in. Unfortunately, just right outside of the McMinnville city limits, a mother and a daughter were killed in a double murder-suicide. Jackie Matheny Jr., the sheriff here in Warren County, confirmed to Nick Boreas that they are investigating the discovery of the 3 bodies at the home just outside. The preliminary report indicates a husband was shot and killed his wife and 8-year-old daughter before turning the gun on himself. And thoughts and prayers, just like Nick Boreas said right there. And you never want to start a show. Well, hold on. What's going on? Oh, remove. There we go. You never want to start a show like this. But first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers go to the family on both sides. I also want to say a prayer because that was an 8-year-old little girl, and she had so much life to live. When you hear about a child getting taken from this earth too quickly, it's overwhelming. Okay, because I have an 11-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter, and Brian has 2 daughters himself. And it's as a parent, it's very heartbreaking to hear stuff like that. And you also got to think about the teachers, the students, anybody that this family was involved in. And especially being close to home. And a lot of people called me yesterday and this morning. And I apologize, but it's sad. And these things do happen here in our town. We talk a lot about how this is a Hallmark town and everybody loves everybody. And we really do. So when anything happens to one of our own, even if it's not blood related, it might be, water, whether it's water or blood, it cuts deep with all of us here in this town. And so I do know that my thoughts and prayers are with this family.
Yes.
And and you got to think about it, after all this is said and done, they are in a better place now. They're not hurting. They're not suffering. And it's just sad. I don't know if Brian has any thoughts on that. But
well, I'm going to take everybody back to a case of some folks that lived in McMinnville for a while, and I don't mean to rehash things, but you look at the Matthew Winkler case. And with cases like that, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Uh, and then you're left with the aftermath of all the people that have to explain or come up with some type of finality to explain. But what you're left with is a teacher this morning who has to explain to the children why one of their classmates is not there. You're left with church members
Yeah.
who ask questions of what could I have done to have prevented this. There's so much, guys, that we'll never know, and that's why I'm grateful for the folks at Freedom Life Church and all the churches here in Warren County that are connected to each other and are lifting up prayers for this family and our community, because it just doesn't affect one person or one sect or one family. It affects so many others. So we want to pray for the students. This little, to my understanding, it was a girl. This little girl probably had friends that did things with. There was I get to thinking about my family. I've got a couple nieces over at Hickory Creek, and they're just children. That's one of the things I want to keep at the forefront of our prayers. Are the children that are affected by this loss of a classmate. And guess what, guys? At third grade, this is one of those things for us that watch the Challenger in the third grade. This is an event that will change their life forever. This will change the way they see things and the way they relate to death. And a lot. This may be the first death that they're related. That they'll always remember. So very tragic, but we want to pray for the school system, especially the Hickory Creek family, co-workers. That there's so many people that are affected by these things, and we just want to keep all these people at the forefront of our thoughts and prayers, because we are a village. We're not just one island. We're affected by so many. Thank you, Miss Tina. Miss Tina writes, sending prayers and strength. And that's what we need at this time. We need prayers and strength, and we need people letting others know. Thank you, Charles, for praying for this family. This is one of the things that we can do and be McMinnville strong. I mean, it's so sad that we've had these incidents of violence that have come to our front door, that have invaded our community. And you look at Hickory Creek a few years ago, they lost a kindergarten teacher, or they lost not her, but they lost the husband. They were, so tragic, and these things just come in. Thank you, Margaret, sending prayers and strength, and that's what we need to do. We need to flood these people.
Yeah, I agree.
Our prayers and our petitions to God. I heard a really good thing a few months ago about being an intercessor. It means somebody that prays on behalf of others, and that's what we all can be, as intercessors for this family and for those that are hurting at this time. So, Kelly, thank you for this platform. Thank you for allowing us to be able to do things like this. This is not how you want to start off a Monday. You really want to start off Monday with recounting all the wonderful things that went on in this awesome community this last weekend. But unfortunately, these are the things that we have to take and consider. We're so grateful for all of you guys that are on here, because I'm sitting here looking at our numbers, and they're much larger this morning than they normally are, because we're all hurting.
Yeah.
First, a lot of people want to know. I mean, it's hard to believe that something like this would happen, and we want to know. But as Kelly said, and later today, we'll get a statement from Sheriff Jackie Matheny's office and give us a little more detail. But again, guys, we want to send our thoughts and prayers to, you even think about, these are our community members coming in, our emergency services folks. They have to come into a scene like this. Our sheriff's department, somebody's husband had to come in and see this.
Yeah.
This is This is so tragic for our community.
And something we didn't talk about because it wasn't in our neck in the woods. Because I have a friend that lives in the Cookeville area. A mother, this goes on both sides. Things happen all the time that we just don't hear about or we talk about. But last month, a mother threw their infant child over a cliff, and she got arrested. She got charged. These things happen, and they're so unfortunate. But this morning, when I found out what happened, I always go to my Bible app, as I say, and this morning and it's so weird that this happened. Brian, me and you talk about this all the time off air. It's weird how things are sent to us for some type of meaning. And with this situation that happened, it just cut really deep with me reading this. And it says, Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the assembly and gave himself up for her. And it goes back to whatever we are going through in this world. I don't care what type of addiction you have, whether it's drug addictions to a shopping addiction to eating addiction. Every one of us has an addiction to something, right? If you do not have Christ in your life, things are going to seem chaotic, confusing, not like disillusion, all these things. Nothing is going to be clear. And if you want your life to have some type of clarity or to zone out the noise that goes in your mind thinking, should I or shouldn't I do something? You have got to have Christ in your heart and by your side. And I don't know where this man was in his path, but I hope that people can take these things that do happen as lessons. And if you are a husband, if you are a father, if you are a caregiver, whatever tag title you want to put on, you need to remember Bible verses like this one from Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the assembly and gave himself up for her. So you're supposed to take care of your wives, not
We've had a bunch of people come on, and we want to make sure that everybody knows, and we'll go with what has been reported already. And you're right, Mary. No one has the right to take a life from another, no exceptions. But again, this is a mother and daughter have been killed in a double murder suicide, and the Warren County Sheriff's Department will be investigating and making more of a statement, a true media statement here a little later on today. And so as soon as we get that information, we'll post that and let everybody know about it. But again, we're left with the aftermath, and many of you may have known this family. I don't think that I am affiliated or know these people, but it's amazing how they'll say, "Oh, so and so." That's somebody. Gannon, hey man, such a good word this morning. We all need Christ in our lives. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, we do. I subscribe to the YouVersion Bible app, and this morning it's 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you.
Yeah.
Reminding each other that He does care for you, and that this is, oh man, this is so sad. But thank God that we have an outlet, that we have a Savior who loves us, a Creator who loves us so much that He wants to give us an opportunity, an option that we're not alone. And so again, we want to keep these children, these teachers, these church members, these co-workers, these emergency service personnel and police officers, the neighbors, anybody who had some type of relationship with this family or is going through this for the first time in meeting this family. We want to lift this spirit because with the loss of life, you've got grandparents most likely, you have cousins and different folks that were concerned about this family. But yes, three members of our Minville community senselessly gone, and this gives us a point to stop and pause and say, hey, look, if you know anybody that's going through these type of psychiatric issues, if you know anybody who's dealing with episodes where they need help, where they need the right kind of counseling, get somebody, let somebody know. For me, it's the ministers in this community. There's so many wonderful ministers in this community. The way I got this report is from my good friend John Templeton. He posted a request for prayers for this family, and so I would really encourage anybody, and if this, again, the first group that you said, and we got a name for this, was Freedom Life Church, and Mr. Anthony, Miss Summer, and those wonderful folks, the Campbells at Freedom Life Church. Such a tight knit group of people. You need to get to know these people. If you don't know these people, you need to get to know these people. And again, nothing is worth dying over like that. This is a lot of emotion, and again, we don't know what was going on with this family, but again, like Mary said, no one should have the right to take another life, and we want to make sure that if there are those in our community that are listening to our sound of our voice or hear us or watch us, please contact us. If you need help, we'll find you help. That's what we do. We try to put people together here on One First. And again, thank you all for grieving with us this morning and going to God in prayer with us this morning.
So real quickly, Brian, and you can if you don't care to jump in praying, we want to say first and foremost, thank you to our prayer sponsor, which is Living Word Fellowship. And my other Bible verse that did pop up, which kind of goes into what's to come, I think, for the community, and especially for the family of Randy Hutchins Shelton. It says, and I always say this wrong, is it adequate yourself with him now and be at peace? By it, goodwill come to you. Job 22:21. And so with that, let's do a quick word of prayer. Brian, do you want to start us off this morning?
Sure. Hey guys,
Okay.
let's go to God for comfort and strength.
Mm-hmm.
Father God, thank you so much for all that you do and you continue to do. This world keeps spinning because of you. And when we come to these obstacles, when we come to these things where we can't find you, we have to step back and pause and remember who you are and how much you love us. Even the worst things in the world will somehow glorify you. And so, Father, we pray as a community for these children, for this child that was lost. You have her, Lord. For the mother and this father, you have them, Lord. And so we stop and we remember who you are and how good you are. And we thank you for your goodness. We pray for the families that are involved on every side of this issue. We pray for the friends that knew something or a little. We pray for the extended family members of these people who didn't know what was going on. God, we pray for those teachers and administrators this morning that are having to tell children that their classmate won't be there. We pray for the churches right now that are on their knees praying for this community and praying for these families. We pray for our sheriff's department and our EMT services and all the people that have had to been exposed to this issue. We pray for our community that if we have others in these situations, they'll speak up and that we can get them the help that they need. Father, may this tragedy, you turn it into a blessing for our community where others understand they're not alone, that there are those that are there to help. Father, help us as fathers to see things like this and to be sickened by it and to stand to lead better lives as fathers and husbands. Help us as parents, Lord, to see these things and to honor the memories by being better parents and better caregivers of our children. Father, bless these broken hearts in our community right now. Lift them up. Give them the strength to go on. May we walk with kindness. May we walk with gentleness at this time. And may we speak life and blessing to everyone we meet. We pray for you, Jesus, to come quickly and to save us from this world. In your name, King of all kings, we pray this prayer. Amen.
Amen. Guys, thank you for joining our show here on this Monday at Tops. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to have more things to come on the show and then some. But we want to say thank you to each and everybody that tuned in for our little moment for the Randy Hutchins Shelton family. And if anybody's watching out there, please let them know that if there's anything we can do, just let us know. Just let us know. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At our coffee, we every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville. When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Hi, this is Chris Chalpin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleets, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Welcome back, Warren County. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. I want to say a huge thank you to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors here with our community weather. Right now, though, it is 63 degrees in McMinnville. Today's high is going to be 73. Tonight's low is going to be 51. Now, it is sane, but it looks like it's clearing up. But there is a dense fog advisory going on right now till about 10 a.m. today. Partly cloudy conditions are expected around 10 a.m. wind gusts are going to be up to 19 miles per hour, making the temperatures feel about 10 or 15 degrees lighter than norm. But we are under a 55% chance of showers today. Now, on Tuesday, we have an 85% chance of thunderstorms and showers. On Wednesday, it's a 70% chance of just showers. And then on Thursday is an 80% chance of showers. Again, thank you to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors. We appreciate what you guys do for us here. Okay, Brian, with that being said, so many things are happening that did happen over in our community over the weekend. So starting off, I'll start off, and don't forget to unmute your mic because it won't let me unmute you.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Friday, it was the Warren County Women's Republican group. They had a celebration of women on Friday at Cons River Barbecue upstairs. I got to go up there as a media representative, and there was a lot of people that came out and represented. And I do apologize, I can't remember everybody's name because there were newbies to me. They called her the party girl, but AKA she is the one that is running as the representative for the women. You know, they have to pick one man and one woman, and I cannot think of her name. Do you know, Brian?
Oh, it's not.
Stacy, but I don't want to count him.
It's not Miss Linda Clark, is it?
Maybe.
And I know who it is.
But she was there, and she represented, asking for, the women for their vote. There was also Senator Janice Bolin was there. And then Lisa Z was there. And then Miss Natisha Brooks was there as well. And so it was a very, had 4 amazing women speak about, this upcoming election, what's going on. Senator Janice Bolin talked about putting in the bill, the Riley Gaines bill here in the state of Tennessee. And essentially, just to simplify what that bill was, it's got women go to the women's bathroom, men go to the men's bathroom. That's what that bill is.
Well, the whole big thing is this International Women's Day, and that's what they were celebrating, and that's a really awesome. Now when we think about it, and when we think about how important the opposite sex is, we couldn't get along without them, and so this is a day because what's happened is in the last 10, 15 years. The lines have been skewed. We've let a small segment of the population try to steer away from how wonderful it is to have women and to be a woman and to shame you. And if you look at the way women are portrayed these days, and you look at the way things that women are fighting against, there's so much women are medicated more than they've ever been in history these days. Our birth rates have gone down. Fewer women are having children these days. And that's a shame because we can't continue the species without women. And so for the Republican Party to have their women's party dedicated to celebrating womanhood, and then people like Senator Bolin passing legislation or presenting legislation to protect women's rights, which, I mean, you look at what we're dealing with this morning. Women have to be protected in this community. There's no way around it. We have to protect our women. We have to protect our children. And so a great event. Thank you to Stacy Hart and Lanisa and all the wonderful ladies that helped put that on, and then to have all the wonderful people to be a part of that. And look, it's only going to get bigger. I'm amazed with what the Women's Republican Party is doing. Look, I'm amazed with how political so many people in this community are getting, because from the side that I'm able to report from, it keeps growing and growing.
Yeah.
It keeps getting bigger and bigger. And we're very blessed to have not just our Women's Republican Party, but now we've got a strong foundation for our young Republicans, and then the overall party as a whole has gotten pretty big. And the thing is, I think it comes back down to what a lot of people want to see is they don't want the cart before the horse. They want things to be right in a right way. And so, again, I'm glad you got to attend the Women's Day event, but be there. I would have been a little out of place, so to speak. I mean,
we had guys serving us up there, so it's okay. You can help serve some food.
Well, listen, I think that's a great thing.
And Lanisa, I want to also say another great speaker was the chair of the Republican Party here in Warren County. Lanisa Bell spoke about the upcoming next meeting, which will be, is it this Thursday or next Thursday? I think it's this Thursday, right?
It'll be, it'll be next Thursday. That's the
next Thursday. I'm sorry.
I apologize. I'll tell you real quick. If I can pull my calendar up here. I got a new phone, so I apologize. Everything's changed. We'll get into right now.
The 19th. Okay, so that's next week. So next week, the Republican Party is going to be meeting once again in the early voting room. There's going to be, I want to say, 3 or 4 speakers. They're going to have the DA, the people that are running for the district attorney's office will be coming in to speak to the Republican Party. That will be Randall Gillum. You got Matt Culver, and you got Lisa Zavianis. They will.
Kelly, I expect that to be a wide open race right now. I mean, people can say what they want, but this will be a great opportunity for people to hear all 3 of them speak. And because there hasn't been a debate, I don't think there will necessarily be a debate unless they come to ours. But ours is, more of a
discussion.
This is more of letting folks know what's going on. But again, you'll get to hear all 3 of them speak. So we want to encourage everybody to come. We'd like to pack it out and be standing room only. But Warren First will be there to record and let folks know what's going on. And please, folks, if you have any questions, let us know. We would love to have some questions ahead of time to let all the candidates stew upon them and think about it, because you might have something that we've never even thought about before. I mean, what's really interesting, and I'll go back to another instance. Kelly and I got an email on our Warren First Facebook page, and it was about storm drainage. And sure enough, like a few months later, storm drainage becomes a big thing.
A big thing here. And then we couldn't find it when I needed it the most. And I was like, Brian, where'd it go? But yeah, we want to say thank you to anybody that has ever reached out to us and said, hey, have you heard about this? Or, hey, can you find out about this? I will tell you this, Brian. We did get comments last week, 2 of them, to matter of fact. One saying, has anybody heard about what happened to the hot dog man that would set up in front of the Big Lots location, Mr. Simon? And we got another comment last week, or text message, I should say, asking me about when or if are we still getting a Firehouse sub. And so, again, but we'll talk more about that here in a minute. But thanks to Stacy Hart, the Warren County Republican Women's Group does such a phenomenal job. And they also made a mention, I forgot. Thank you, Stacy. That's what's happening this Thursday. This Thursday at A Bushel and a Peck at 6 p.m., Terry Bell, Jackie Matheny Jr., Wes Williams, and Josh Roberts are also going to come and talk to the women's group that day. So it's going to be a nice, and again, the women's Republican meetings, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent, I encourage everybody to come and visit at these meetings on both sides, just because this is a time for us to get to know our candidates. I cannot stress this enough. If you want to be a part of who is well representing us citizens here in the Warren County community, you have to go to all of these events. not just specific ones. You need to try to go to all of them.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to piggyback on what the women are doing because I'm going to scoot out here and I'm going to show you another thing that they've got going on that's really big. On April 18th, they're having the candidate meet and greet, and that's going to be at the Heritage Event Center from 10 to noon. And their last, if you didn't get to go to their last meet and greet, I know Santa had to stop in really quick, but it was such a fun time. And look, we had some really cool people that you don't normally get here in Warren County, like the punk rock patriot. When I got out of my sleigh, I saw him a mile away with that awesome hawk that mohawk that he had, and so
that takes 10 minutes to prepare. By the way, I Q&A'd him very thoroughly. I'm like, that is a lot.
But those are things going on for the Republican Party, and again, kudos to the Women's Republican Party for all that they're doing, because that was just really incredible to be able to pull off the feats that they've been doing. But again, it goes back to how hard they're working, and if you want to get something done, you got to have women involved.
Tell me about it, Brian. Tell me about it. I should know.
Kelly knows all about this. Us lazy boys, man. We need that's why we have wives. Proverbs.
And while you were talking, I was trying to see what is coming up for the Republican Party, and they don't have any new events posted as far as for the events page.
Well, for the Republican Party, we've got a huge event coming up May 1st, and that is our Reagan Day dinner. And guys, we have an executive board meeting today. I want to tell you guys so bad who the headline speaker is, but I don't necessarily know if we can let that out yet. I haven't seen any posts about it yet.
Yeah, you can. They let us know Friday.
Oh, they did. Okay, well, guys,
okay, you can.
Well, okay, you're saying that. I got to get the word from the boss, though.
Okay, I'm gonna jack up this man's name, but it has been confirmed. Lanisa Bell made the announcement Friday night that Tim Burchett,
yes.
Okay, I was like, I'm gonna mess it up. Is gonna be he's a confirmed guest speaker for y'all's Reagan Day dinner, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is like amazing. If y'all haven't followed him on socials, he's pretty intriguing. I love it. What I was looking for, Brian, as it is March, we also don't need to forget about our Democratic buddies. I'm on their actual website, guys. I'm going to share this with you so you can see that what I'm reading.
Yeah, they had a meeting last Monday night, so a week from last week, and then they have their Dims and Donuts. Do they do that every month?
Yes, and I want to say Dims not. So they do the donuts. Dims and Donuts it's always the third Saturday of the month. So I just want everybody to know this is the Warren County's Democratic Party website. It's warrendemstn.org, and you can actually click on the events page as I just did. It doesn't look like nothing's happening this week. Or sorry, it's not the 5th. I am like losing it today. But of course, the next meeting that's coming up for them is on March the 11th. Outreach community meeting at the administrative building, 6 p.m. That's going to be happening. You must RSVP. And then on Saturday night at 6 p.m., it's called Dim's Night Out. They are going to meet at Pioneer Lanes. They're, go bowling and let's have some fun. I love that. And then, of course, we said the Dims and Donuts is going to be on March the 21st at 9 a.m. The 28th at 11 a.m., they're having a No Kings Ice Out National Protest Day on the 28th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the sidewalk in front of WDG, Warehouse Discount Grocery, if you're wanting to know where that's at. And then on the 31st of March, of course, for all of us, it's Bologna Day. So,
Yes.
which if you have not reserved your a spot, don't forget to call that Chamber of Commerce and talk to Lakeland and them and reserve your seat.
And for those of you who don't know who Tim Burchett is, I'm going to show you guys. That's Tim Burchett. That's a congressman out of the 2nd District, and he is going to be one of the keynote speakers. There will be many other speakers, but he'll be there. And so any of you who needed a picture or a face to the picture, he's with some crazy guy with a hat in that picture. But again, and Stacy writes, the Republican Party website is set to go live soon. Oh, so guys, for those of you who don't know, there's going to be a www.Warren County Republican Party page that you can go to, that in the event anything goes wrong with Facebook or the algorithms or anything like that, you'll be able to go. Speaking of a www page, Warren First has their own www page. And so make sure that you find that and can find that, because every once in a while, something will happen with one of the platforms. And so if you need to know anything that's going on with us, you can also go to our Warren First webpage to find out what's going on.
Which this is what our page looks like for now. So it is getting a lot of upgrades. But my website is live. But guys, you can check out old episodes if you want by just clicking all this right here. You can even listen to old committee meetings as well. We have an about page that tells you about the podcast and then some. We also have the newspaper is about to be added to it. That's one thing I'm really excited about. We've added a sports page, an event calendar page, and of course, contacting. You can leave us a voice message if you want. You can give me a call or email. You can also sign up as well if you want to get the newspaper. But remember, if you want a digital subscription to your local voice newspaper, it is $50 for a yearly subscription. Or if you would like to be delivered at your doorstep on Mondays and Tuesdays, that is a $200 subscription fee, because we deliver everything from now we have 3 locations now in Viola, and then we go all the way from Viola to Rock Island. And so I again, be patient with me, because you're talking to the delivery lady herself right here that does it on Monday and Tuesday. I travel 70 miles each day. So our newspaper is ever so growing, both on digital and doorstep. But of course, guys, don't forget, I always forget to mention this, Brian, if you guys would like to pick it up yourselves, which is always a possibility if you want to come to any of these locations, which you can go to Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, Randall Walker Farms, Champion Chevrolet. They have them back in their waiting room. The McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce, Gateway Tire and Service Center here at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli, as course as Cumberland Biscuit, Prater's Barbecue in Morrison, Riddick Brown Ford, Citizens Tri-County Bank, McMinnville Lawn and Garden, McMinnville Drug Center, Supreme Building Products, Jay's Restaurant, Tammy's Market, Our Coffee Drive-Thru, USA Gym, Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, Cons River Barbecue, Depot Bottom, and The Hitch. So several locations you can choose to purchase. We are asking when you go to any of our locations here is to donate whatever's on your heart, because, I can't do the newspaper for free, obviously, but we are just asking for any kind of donation if you physically come to any one of those 20 locations, okay? We also have them at Napa too. Sorry, I forget to always mention that one, Napa. They're one of our good sponsors as well. Guys, we are going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we're going to talk really quickly about everything, and big congratulations to our Warren County athletes and more, because you thought we weren't done talking about three-peats. let me tell you, I am so pumped to talk about what happened over the weekend. And I was so mad at myself. I could not be there. We were invited to go live, but I couldn't be there because I had, on and off sick kids. We didn't know about strep or no strep, and I didn't want to get anybody sick. So, but we are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we get back, more things to come. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
First.
Got something for everyone. From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders. Your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken house or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Freighters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Freighters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skaggs' finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
You look worn down. Phil's Pressure Washing can restore the beauty of your home or business with gentle, soft washing. We clean roofs, driveways, gutters, decks, and more. Proudly serving McMinnville, Morrison, Sparta, Smithville, and surrounding areas. Fully insured and licensed with 10 plus years of experience. Call Phil's Pressure Washing today and let us do the dirty work.
All right, guys, welcome back to Warren First 931. I was just sorry. I was talking to Mr. Chris Rippey.
You're
he scared
fine.
me in the background, and he had to give me a hug for apologies. But we were talking about the situation from this morning and how sad it is, and it was in his neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'd heard that, and I'm been going during the break. I was going through the different comments that people made on Nick Bereese's. And a lot of the people who follow this have also been making comments on that. And yeah, it's just, I'll tell you, you guys probably see it better or know it now that we've been exposed to this for so long. But sometimes when you just read the comments on things, the comments tell a story all of their own. It may not be what somebody proposes. Case in point, there's a bill that's going through both the House and Senate of our Tennessee congressional lawmaking session right now. And it's this bill that's being sponsored by a lot of big drug names like CVS. And one of our own sponsors, Mr. Stacy Hazelwood of Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. And we shared this post on the Warren First page, but it talks about these PBMs, and these are like intermediates that make big money off of drugs, but the drugs that they sell to you. But at the same time, they put out smaller pharmacies, little hometown pharmacies, and they want you to vote against this bill. Well, the thing is we want to keep drug prices low and we want to keep them competitive. And that's where the smaller pharmacies, like our Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, have an opportunity to stay in the fight and give you the best service and give you the best prices that they can. So we want to, and I saw this post on X of all things, and you could tell it was a propaganda piece. But when you started reading the comments and started reading, people are aware of what's going on. And that's what we got to do. So we always encourage to like, share, and to comment and let us know what you think, because especially with this platform, this is Warren first.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a whole bunch of people from Iran, typing on this and telling us what they thought, we would have to censor them and let them know that this is Warren first. And so that's why we do all the things we do for our home folks here. But again, we want to thank Mr. Stacey Hazelwood and for being one of our sponsors. And you guys, you can go support him at Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. And it's right there on Chancery Street, right across the street from Bobby Ray. And we want to encourage you that if you're dealing with coughs and colds right now, go ahead and get you some of Mr. Stewart's cough syrup and dry that thing up.
Yes. And with that being said, going into this, I'm so excited to officially announce that once again, a three-peat. Warren County brings home the gold again. So congratulations to our Pioneer Unified Basketball team as they brought home the gold yesterday. Oh my gosh, I want to say thanks to Lori and for keeping me informed. This is one of those events that I was beating myself senseless. We were invited to come out and record all of it and watch the games. And by the way, they were undefeated the entire time. They did not lose a match. So, yes.
Great job.
Yes. You get a round of applause for me. And again, guys, I'm telling you, Jake Fan Day is coming up. I cannot wait to get my t-shirts. I keep forgetting to go pick them up from Connect, but kudos to our kids. They look amazing. And I know coming back home with some gold on their chain, I mean, you can only imagine they're at school right now being like, check it out. But go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
Well, no. I was going to say, you just brought up Connect, and she's another one of our mover and shakers. And this weekend was the Finding Nemo auditions. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we'll be able to find out who's in the cast of Finding Nemo here soon.
And then another thing that happened over the weekend, I want to, give some shout out love to even our own local Walmart here in town. They showed some love to not one, but the only Miss Karen. This is her 5-year anniversary working with the McMinnville Walmart here in town. And I just thought that was so neat and cute. I love it when we get, accepted. Don't forget to mark your calendars, guys, that the Ben Lomond annual meeting at the Miller Recreation Center on 500 Garfield Street is going to be on Saturday, March the 21st. From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is registration, breakfast, drinks, and everything. 9:45 is the entertainment. 11 a.m. business meeting begins and the prize drawings. And correct me if I'm right, Brian, this is also the day that people are going to vote for the seat that's open. And I wanted to get on there and do more deep diving, but I know that Matthew Davenport is up and running for that seat, but I don't know who else is.
He's the only one that I know of. But again, Ben Logan hits different regions. So I don't think they may be, whoever's running maybe in another county. I don't know. But Matthew Davenport's the only one I know. Our good longtime listener, Cody Jones, that's his guy. And so he's he's told us to. He's told us lots of good things about Matthew. So again, if there's more to report, please let us know, folks.
Yes.
We want to give everybody equal share, but that's here we go. Yay! Here it is. Yay! Go Matthew. Thank you,
I
Coach.
love it.
And
I was
thank you,
trying
Miss
to
Shirley.
find. We've shared this the other day, and now I can't see it. Hold on. I know it's here. I think I skipped it. The Tennessee, the Tennessee WAA. Oh my gosh, here it is. It's the post you made for the wrestling club. I was trying to find it, and I'm like, where? Oh, but I just found it. I had to go a little bit further. So again, we want to congratulate all these young athletes with the Warren County Pioneers Wrestling Club. Ben Matheny, Coach Matheny, and all of them, I should say, have done a phenomenal job with these kids. State champion Chloe Robinson.
Okay, Chloe, I got to give props to because I've known Chloe for a long time, and ever since she started school back in kindergarten. Chloe is a twin. And Chloe, her sister probably deserves as much of the state championship as Chloe does because, and I tried to get her sister to go out and wrestle, but her sister is a basketballer. Yes, she is. I don't know how many state champions we've had in Warren County, especially at this level. She may be our first and only. We'll have to check with Ben Matheny, but amazing feat. Congratulations, Chloe. So proud of you.
And then we got in 5th place, Brant Damon. And then James Watts got 5th place. Keaton Williams got 4th place. But check out his swag, y'all. Look at all that.
Oh, man, some good medals there.
Look at that. I mean, why not? Show them off, bro. 6th place, Xavier Cunningham. 6th place, Andre Alamilia. 6th place, Gabe Rowland. 6th place, Harper Dozer. 4th place, Rowan. You can try it if you want, Brian.
Alphature.
Okay. 5th place, Jackson Watts. 3rd place, Braden Harfarce.
Half acre.
Oh, Half Acre. Okay. Just like it said, 2 words. Avery Holton got 4th place. Look at this little chunk. I'm like, oh my God, can I just eat you? In 6th place, Wyatt Turner. In 4th place, Oliver Holton. And then we start back up with Miss Olivia or Miss Chloe. So again, I just want to say kudos. They said it was a great NCAA state tournament weekend for our Pioneers as we brought home 14 state medalists. Incredibly proud of this group as they had to finish our club has ever had. We finished 22 out of 95 teams. Our middle school group had 12 place finishes in their division. The team continues to grow every year, and I can't wait to see what this group does. We expect them to do big things in high school. Congrats to our medalists, and go Pioneers. I mean,
I love it. And when you see that little Turner boy,
oh my God. Now listen, Brian, I know you weren't there because you had to work, which is fine. But when we were asked to go cover that whole event that Coach Matheny and them put on at the Milner Recreation Center, and seeing middle school up into like a 4 or 5 year olds, I was like, oh my God, look at this. Now I'm telling you, but being there, seeing that, and seeing how, I think at that time there was 13 or 15 teams there for that one. I mean, wrestling, if y'all think that wrestling is like what's wrestling, you have been living under a rock.
Well, Kelly, it's okay. So I got to speak with Coach Matheny later that week at the middle school, and he was very excited about the turnout that they had. But on top of that, not next year, but the year after, Warren County should be the designated site for that tournament again, which should be
Oh.
a 2-day tournament, should be even longer. So that's exciting news for the greater Warren County. So if you have young children, it doesn't matter how young, as you can see, love to get them involved. Warren County High School has their first track meet of the season Thursday at Cookeville. Thank you, Miss Stacy Hart. Hey, look, we need a track here in Warren County. This is one of the deficits that we have to fight against. But we want to send out shouts of congratulations and praise and getting the start of the season. I know with the middle school, they've had 2 races so far. They were at Riverdale this past weekend, and with the rain kind of moving in, they had to advance everything. So some of the kids that were both in band and not cross country, but the track, they weren't able to compete because of things getting started up. But our Warren County middle schoolers did really well going to Tennessee Tech this past weekend and being evaluated. But guys, we had so much going on. Again, thank you, Stacy Hart, for letting us know about the track meet at Crossville. We'll try to keep people posted, but I'll tell you, there's a very good website called Mile Split. And if you go to Mile Split, it will have, you can look up Warren County High School and you can find the results for most of those races that are loaded in. Okay, the Warren County Sheriff's Department just released.
That's what I was looking at. You want to go with it?
Yeah, let's pull it up so everybody can see, and I'll do that. That's no problem.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So with that said, guys, I had something else pulled up. I apologize. If you got it, Brian, because I've been trying. I caught it, and then somebody texted me right in the middle of it. All right. Are y'all guys ready? So for immediate release for March the 9th, this is a statement from our Sheriff Jackie D. Matheny Jr. The Warren County Sheriff's Office is currently investigating a tragic domestic-related incident that occurred in Warren County, Tennessee. At approximately 2:10 p.m. on Sunday, March the 8th, a Warren County deputy responded to a call requesting a welfare check at 264 Greenwood Drive. After arriving on the scene and conducting an initial assessment, additional officers were called to assist. Entry was then made into the residence, where officers discovered 3 deceased individuals inside the home in what appears to be a murder-suicide. Investigators for the Sheriff's Office responded to the scene, where it was determined that Joseph Nicholas Shelton, Jr., had shot and killed Randy Jean Shelton and their 8-year-old daughter before turning their gun on himself.
I'll finish this up. Although the investigation is ongoing, Sheriff Matheny wants to assure the public that there is no threat to the community. Sheriff Matheny asks that the community keep the families affected by this tragedy in their thoughts and prayers. This heartbreaking situation has impacted multiple families, including children who will forever carry the weight of this loss. Our prayers are also to the law enforcement officers and first responders who answered this call and are now tasked with working through the painful details on such a devastating event. Additional information will be released as it becomes appropriate to do so. Sheriff Jackie Matheny Jr., Warren County Sheriff's Office.
I can't talk right now.
All right, there's just
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. There's just not a lot to say other than praying for these folks. And Cody writes in praying. Again, this will be something that will be ongoing for a while, and we need to make sure that we get the right people in the right hands. And so, if you have children that are affected by this, or family members, or anybody that you know that are affected by this, first off, I would ask that you find somebody that you trust to go to and talk about this. We need to have an open dialogue about this. I was reading some of the comments that, this may not necessarily, no one knows that if it's a mental health thing or not, but it's of my opinion that, you have to have something not right with you in order to take the life of somebody else in this sort of way. And so, yeah, Cody writes, "This is so sad. Praying for all the family members, friends of them." Yeah, these people were connected. There are people I was noticing in some of the comments that people that I know knew this family, knew this young the mom. And again, you've got children, and then the first responders and the people who had to come and collect the bodies. This is this it affects more than what we think of in so many ways. So we want to remind everybody that this is our prayer Monday, and we started off with a prayer, but it's okay if we end with a prayer too, because there's not enough praying that we can do in this case. You look at you look at these churches, and again, we've had and thank you, Gannon Richardson, the pastor at the Three Rivers Baptist Church in the Rock Island campaign area, for coming on and giving us yes. We need Christ in our lives, and when you see the absence of Christ, you see things like this, and we may never know. But the amazing thing about God is that He is a giver, and that He loves us, and that He always provides comfort for us, always. And that's what we need right now. We need to pray for comfort for these families and everybody affected by this. But my mind just keeps drifting back, and I think everybody's got a perspective here. Thank you, Miss Tina. Sending prayers to the family and entire community during this tragic moment. Yes. When we have these things, just like back last year, we had the triple homicide that was, there weren't any young people necessarily involved in that in the grand scheme of things, or like children, but still these affect our community, and we want to figure out how we can help each other. Now, this is one of those things behind closed doors, and I don't know if there are any warning signs or not, but guys, we need to be vigilant. We need to quit being so worried if we're going to offend somebody. I'd rather offend you than you wind up in a similar situation. People, and somebody posted something. I don't remember, Kelly, because I'm on our feed a lot of times. I see things from the Warren First feed that don't necessarily pop up at my feed, but it was this man who was being abusive, and I don't know all the background, but yeah, when we see these things, and that's why we're so blessed to be partnered up with such a wonderful nonprofit group like Families in Crisis. And Kelly can tell you about so many more things that it comes with Families in Crisis. That they work with women and men in these situations, and that hey. And that's really, when you ask, hey, who do we turn these to? Yeah, we're going to turn them over to Christy at Families in Crisis, or the great staff there that can help out, because this is what they deal with. This is their forte, and this is what they've been trained to do. And so, if you guys, I'm telling you, anybody in the sound of our voice or was listening or watching, please, if you know anybody that's in a similar situation, or even if you think they might be in a similar situation, reach out to our good friends at Families in Crisis, because there's no shame in any of this. We all need help. Even these dads, everybody needs help. And so life doesn't come with a manual other than the good book, and it's hard to read sometimes. We need people to expose us to good stuff.
And you can give them a call, guys, at 473-6221. It's a 24-hour hotline here in town. And one good thing I want to say about Families in Crisis is that it's a 24, not just that it's a 24-hour hotline, but if there's a situation that they don't necessarily handle, they know who to call. Okay? So don't think, well, they only handle this, and this. No. Call that number for anything, and then they will direct you to where to go. Okay. So they got a great family resource. They have great family resources and then some. Okay. I'll give you a prime example. We had a worker house caught on fire a few weeks ago, and they had an infant and everything, and some of the infant products burn up as well. And so they donated as much as they could of what they had um, to this family. So you don't necessarily have to be in a domestic violence situation to call this number. Okay. So just be aware of that. With that said, the other thing that has got, cut me real close this week, Brian, is I want to remind everybody, I appreciate each and everybody that has called, text, tweeted, repost the Veterans Clinic here in Warren County about its closure. I want to say thanks to everybody that reached out to me prior again to give us a heads up about this. But I have been in the talks with our VA clinic. It's called the VA Tennessee Valley Healthcare Systems Group. And I've been talking with their representative, Hannah McDuffie. And unfortunately, during our podcast, they were trying to call, and I didn't know who that was. And I was telling this to Brian. And then when I got off the air, they called and said that they were going to make the notice, which they did. And this is, if you haven't seen it, this is their press release that they put out at 2:00 on Thursday. And so it is official as of right now that the VA clinic here in McMinnville will be closing at the end of May. I have had people reach out and ask me, is there any way we can stop this? Can they retract this? Well, if you're reading this, it essentially is, I'm just going to go to the first paragraph. It says, due to the long-standing staffing problems at McMinnville VA Clinic, which is operated by a third-party contract, VA has decided to close this location to ensure that all veterans get the high-quality care they have earned. So, to not, keep beating a dead horse here, but like I said on Thursday, and we said on Friday's show, and now we're going to say on today's show, if you want answers, I would contact the Tennessee Valley Healthcare System page. They actually have, let me go to it. When you go to their Facebook page, it's got their email and it has their phone number right here. And so you can either email them, give them a call to voice your concerns about the VA clinic closing. I strongly suggest that's probably the easiest way to do that, guys. And I know it's not ideal. That I know that Warren, Van Buren, and Grundy County are going to be affected at most with this. But at the end of the day, when I was talking to Brian as a nurse himself, coming by doctors, whether it's at St. Thomas Ascension River Park Hospital or wherever, is very hard to come by. Correct, Brian?
Yeah. Well, listen, I talked to a prominent doctor who's had a practice here for the best part of 20 years and was talking with him and asked him what his main concern was. And he said, doctors coming to this community. It's hard to get doctors because there's such a doctor shortage. And that's why we have so many nurse practitioner clinics around to kind of make up. And I'll tell you, for years and years, I told my grandfather, we need to get a nurse practitioner in the pharmacy. We need to have a clinic within the pharmacy. And he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to step on any of the doctor's toes. But as we're hurting so bad, you try to get an appointment at one of these clinics, they're backed up because it's, so much going on. They're catching everything from all the walk-ins to everybody that they have on the books. So it's hard, and we're very blessed at River Park St. Thomas to have, first off, they should be paid really well. But we're able to have hospitalists that come in and work here from other places. Now, we do have a few that live in the general area around here, but for the most part, a lot of them drive from Franklin, Murfreesboro area. And even beforehand, back in the holidays, we would have doctors drive from Knoxville and further. We used to have a doctor that would drive from Jackson, Tennessee, and would come up here and do a few shifts. Dr. Charles Alston. So we're really blessed to have a hospital the size that we have here, but our population base is not really the same. And if you look at how expensive things are, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, guys. If you have an option to live in Nolensville and have the best of everything right there in Franklin or South Nashville, and you're going to make as much money or more, why would you drive? Why would you drive anywhere? And I get it. We're in such a shortage for doctors that it's hard to find doctors to come. We had the same thing with pharmacists back in the early 2000s. Pharmacists were there was only one pharmacy school for a long time in the state of Tennessee. And so the pharmacists that were coming out, they were starting them out close to $100,000. And at that time in 99, 2000, you couldn't find a pharmacist that would want to come to McMinnville unless they had some familiarity or family here or were looking for a business proposition of some kind. So it is what it is. And you know, the VA can't fix it because the VA can't, make doctors just appear. And so it's a conundrum. I mean, it's something that, we wish we could fix. But the things like our veterans, they get put on the back burner for these issues. And there's really, it's no one's fault in the grand scheme of things. It's just the way things are. And I hate that. I hate that for our veterans. I wish people could see how wonderful McMinnville is and the Warren County area. And I think it will happen. I think it's coming. I think people, the ones that do live here, understand this is a really unique community. Guys, I've lived in other parts of the state, and there's no place like Warren County. I mean, just from the rivers and trees to the people in the churches. I mean, you got a church on every corner around here. It's not like that in other towns in the state of Tennessee.
No, it is not. And so, guys, we are going to take another quick break from our sponsor, but when we get back, we're going to talk more things to come for this weekend and then some. And again, like we've been saying, everybody, thank you for all the comments and stuff. As you can tell, this cuts really deep with a lot of us, and our thoughts and prayers go out with everybody in that family. So keep flooding them. I do want to say this, and we'll go to break. I think the best thing to do too right now is to contact Freedom Life Church and see what we can do to help out this family, or the moms and the dads, that lost their daughter and their granddaughter and things like that and stuff. So, but we're going to take another break, and remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skag's finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
All right, guys, welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm your host, show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm taking my mute off.
Hey.
All right. And I apologize, guys. I've been reading more comments of what's been going on, things that have been brought out. And Cody, I hadn't forgot about you. I got a lot of things we'll talk about here with coming up with car shows and different things like that going on. Kelly had a big weekend, and we only got a few of those things in. I'm going to scroll over to the community calendar, and we'll have
That's
to get
right, Matt, right now. My great minds think alike.
No, Kelly, I've just tried to watch you as much as I can and learn from you.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on today. So,
well, there's a lot going on in our county.
And then
again,
where is it at? Oh, do you have, no, I want to stop sharing.
I can
don't know
pull it
what
up.
I was sharing. Okay, here we go. I got it now. I don't know what I was doing. I was
You're
like,
fine.
what is this? So, of course, today is March the 8th. Going on tonight at it's a Warren County revival at West Side Baptist Church with the one and only John Templeton as the speaker at 6 p.m. Then you got a parent meeting for the Warren County middle school and high school football teams today at 1:30 p.m. And then the 2026 Spring Revival at Sunny Slope Baptist Church in Woodbury, Tennessee. It started today at 10, or starts in just a few minutes at 10:45 a.m. Now, we had
today is the 9th.
Oh, well.
You're all right because we got that March. It says 8th through the 10th. But yeah, today's the 9th.
My calendar says the 8th. You want to? I'm being sick. Why didn't my calendar change?
Because of daylight savings.
I'm telling you what, guys. It is what it is today. Moving on.
You're good. You're good.
But hey, still going on now. The 9th through the 10th is the gospel meeting with Tony Lawrence at Arlington Church of Christ. And then Monday and Tuesday, it starts at 7 p.m. tonight. On the 9th, public hearing for the 2023 CBDG grant completions and closeouts. And unfortunately, that is wrapping up right now. That's with something to do with the city. Celebrate Recovery at Freedom Life Church starts tonight at 6 p.m. Child care and transportation is provided. Don't forget, even though it started about 30 minutes ago, the Collective Heart of Beautiful Souls Wellness Walk is going on right now. They actually meet on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. So if you want to meet at the 3-Star Mall and just have a good walk with some friends, go forth. Our good friends with the Magnus Library are having the Mahjong 101 class, 2-hour session. It's $25 per person. It's 5:30 to 7:30 tonight. And then from 4:30 to 5:30 today and the afternoon is the Special Needs Story Hour at Magnus Library. Softball signups are still going on at Midway at the concession stand from 6 to 8 p.m. Tomorrow, Tennessee Day of Hope, which was proclaimed by our Tennessee Governor Bill Lee. The Economic and Agriculture meeting is going on tomorrow night at 5 p.m. the Warren County Administrative Building in the new conference room. Parent-teacher conference meeting is at the Warren County High School. And we put a question mark because everybody's times are different. So, Industrial Development Board meeting is also on Tuesday night at the Chamber of Commerce room, 5 to 6 o'clock. Health and Welfare is also meeting tomorrow at the Warren County Animal Shelter. Morrison Elementary is having their spring picture tomorrow, moms and dads out there. A grief share is at Cornerstone Baptist Church at 6 p.m. here in McMinnville.
Now,
This
Kelly,
might be a good time.
let me jump in on that one. Yeah. For any of you who have never experienced Grief Share before, it's a program. And if you've lost a loved one, Kelly, have you done this before?
No, I have not.
Oh, listen, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, when we lost my dad unexpectedly, when he passed away, we were invited to Grief Share, and it really helped me and my family out. And so those of you who guys are looking for something or an avenue or need to send somebody in a direction where they can know that they're not alone, I would really recommend the Grief Share at Cornerstone Baptist Church at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
That's awesome. I've not done that. That's I just always talk to my friends. I grief share with my buddies. The Art of Flower Arranging class is going to be at All Occasions Flower Shop tomorrow at 10 a.m. McMinnville Special Games Story Time, Movement and Music, and is all going to be at the McMinnville Enrichment Center from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. all day tomorrow. And then also, too, Brian, tomorrow is the qualifying deadline for the primary and general elections, and it ends at 12 noon. The deadline tomorrow is 12 noon. And this deadline applies to the primary and independent candidates for the offices on the August primary ballot.
Yes, and that might be, those are more of our bigger races when I say, like the representative race and stuff like that. And there might be more names that pop in. Who knows?
Yeah. March 11th, Wednesday, Survey Time Showdown, the Collective Heart Walk again. Greater McMinnville Ministry Fellowship Linton Workshop Service at First United Methodist Church again. And then also, too, we talked about this earlier, the Warren County Democrats Outreach Committee meeting is going to be at 6 p.m. on that night as well. March the 12th, look at that, Brian, another big night.
Golly.
I'm telling you guys, buckle up. And then on March the 13th through the 15th, we got this Rock Island freestyle kayaking paddle thing going on. And then this is on the 13th, which is the Friday. It's just crazy. And now people are asking us to put, sporting events on there. So we said, sure, why not? But again, our community calendar literally has everything. Everything.
Does.
And again, as somebody that's got ADHD, this really does help me. It does. With the color coding and just the basics. That's all I need. Morrison Ruatan late signups is on March the 14th. And look, this is all on Saturday, guys. Look at this. All on Saturday. There is not a night to not show up. Now, I do want to emphasize on this one, Brian. This Pokemon Casual Gaming Day at 2 p.m. at the this is every Saturday at the local game store located in the 3-Star Mall. If you are a Pokemon card player, whether you're new to the game, whatever, new, medium, old, whatever you want to call yourselves. My son went to the local game shop on Saturday with his daddy, okay? And there was nobody there. We have got to push this, guys. If you got some Pokemon gamers that want to do some card play, come on out. Get your kids out of the house. Off of this thing. I know this is what helps make y'all follow me a lot is on your phones. But when it comes to your kids, your babies, take them to these events. These are really neat, great, community events to get everybody together, And then, of course, that is on the 14th. And then on Sunday, there's going to be a Warren County revival at Madison Street Baptist Church. Nathan Smith as the speaker at 6 p.m. And then, Brian, what's next week, buddy?
Oh, spring break.
Spring break.
I'm an alien.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I was like, I knew you were going to do it. I was like, come on.
Anybody who has reference to that Spring Breakers movie with the Selena Gomez and James, the guy from Pineapple Express. James Franco. That's who I'm trying to say. James Franco. Yeah. Spring break.
Spring break. But no, guys, it has been a jam-packed show. There was even so much more things we didn't even get to as we're getting to a close. But I've got to get off here and start delivering those newspapers. If you have any, again, I'd say this. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, not only follow us, like and subscribe, and make sure you're also following us on YouTube. YouTube. I say this because in case we have an incident where we get logged off of something off of Facebook or the others, YouTube has always came in strong with us, okay? So like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube as well. But if you have a question or a concern of something going on in the community and you want us to maybe do a little deep dive or ask a couple of Q&A questions, we would love to do that. You can text and call me at 931-369-3050. You can email us at warrenfirst931@gmail.com. You can now also email us on our Gmail account. It's called newstipswf931@gmail.com. Because there's you guys, you give us stuff all the time, and I'm so grateful. But now it's guys where we got to separate everything out of the crazy mass, which is a great thing. And not to mention our very own Local Voice is fixing to have its own Facebook page as well. So it's just, we're ever so growing. Remember this weekend is the Cartwrights thing at Rock Island area. Okay, thank you, Cody. And that also brings me up to events. If you have an event that you would like us to get on our community calendar, you can call, text, email, or message us on our Facebook page, and we will let everyone know, because we have a lot of people that send us that, and we try to get all this on there as much as possible. Any final thoughts, Brian, before we wrap up the show today?
I've been scrolling, and one of our good friends, Miss Mary Wanamaker, she had this young lady as one of her students in her class, it's people like that you come across and see. Oh, wait a minute, man! They know, and it's so sad. So I want to think about lift up people like Mary and people who all through this Warren County school system that know that knew this child, and I just want to just lift them up and remind everybody that this no man is an island. We all have connections, and again, we'll find out more from the folks, Anthony and Crystal Campbell at Freedom Life Baptist or Freedom Life Church, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a candlelight vigil. So if we come across that, and again, there's more details to know about this, and if anybody wants to host a candlelight vigil, please keep us informed. Let us know. It's amazing. Sometimes we speak these things, and God takes them and runs with them. And so that might be on your heart to host a candlelight vigil downtown to pray for our community. Just speaking that, and but no, we want to continue to speak life and Jesus into your life. And thank you guys for being with us today on a hard, emotional day.
For sure. And one thing, trying to end on a lighter note today. I know as far as national holidays go today, Brian,
Yeah.
today National Napping Day?
Oh, yes, for all you guys who got wrecked yesterday by having to move up the clock an hour earlier, it is National Napping Day today.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's National Get Over It Day.
Get over it.
Yeah, I love that. Love that
Get
song.
over it.
And for me, it's National Meatball Day. Hey, and National
Hey.
Crab Meat Day. I think I might have a meatball. Would love some crabs. But for Kelly, because when I think of Kelly, she is my favorite Barbie. It is National Barbie Day, and so yes,
Thank you.
that is definitely she is McMinnville's own Barbie, no doubt.
Appreciate that. We got a lot of Barbie dolls. I will tell you, that day I dressed up as Barbie, I found out I was not alone in my Barbie world. It was
Cindy
fun.
says that's my kind of day. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm down for the national napping, and with the overcast weather and the foggy look outside, it is a good sleeping in day. But no, continue to keep my mom in your prayers. She's doing pretty good, but we've got some rehab to go to here in a little while, and just we got we're blessed to be at this point in our day, but.
Guys, it has been such a blessing to be with you as we leave today, and I want to leave you guys with this quote. It's actually a Bible verse again, because I just feel like somebody is needing Jesus today. I don't know why, but when he's tugging on me, I'm like, God, okay, I get it, you know. But this is Ephesians 4:32. It says, "And be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other, just as God also in Christ forgave you." And so that's something with all everything that's going on, we go through the emotions as humans. And, the last one for me is, I'm just being honest as a person, is hatred. And because I just want to not like this person so much. And I know we're not supposed to say the word hate, but that's what it feels like sometimes, But just remember that, and be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other, just as God also Christ forgave you, Ephesians 4:32. And then Brian right there, posting it right there. Thank you, Brian.
Hey, no problem.
And so, guys, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.